Welcome back. It's time for set number 2 on my 2-set Tuesday. I wonder if anybody was here for the first set. That was at 7 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time. These British people think they own time. I say screw them. This is 7 o'clock New York time. Welcome to the show. Pull up a seat, get yourself a drink, get your banjos out, get ready for the show. And let me know if you have any requests. I'm going to be here for you every Tuesday, and I want to make sure I leave my people happy. All right. Let's get started with the closest thing they got to a pandemic anthem. This is a song about scarlet fever. This is a song about malaria. This is a song about Richard Nixon. This is a song in the key of G minor, if you feel like dancing. All right. This song is called You're Gonna Find Me Right Here After the Soil Fails. That means you can count on me. I'll be here for you. This time the dream is a Russian oil tanker. Fidel Castro and a Cuban sugarcane. But Richard Nixon is having the same old nightmare. Jack Ruby's black secret crawling up through the drain. So if William Tecumseh Sherman and the Union Army come to finish off Savannah, just let it fall. Because even if they burn up all that Confederate money, you're gonna find that rebel engine right where it's stalled. One of these days the soil's gonna give out, and the harvest moon will rise broken and pale. But like a million worthless acres of Oklahoma farmland, you're gonna find me right here after the soil fails. Hey! I take out New Orleans, and the scarlet fever has left Philadelphia bare, and malaria's hanging on the New World like a shadow. There's a ghost that we remember hanging in the air. There's a ghost that we remember still hanging there. So, little girl, there ain't no use in crying, or keeping us up all night with that moaning wail. But like the dead horizon stretching out for a November mile, you're gonna find me right here after the soil fails. Well, one of these days the soil's gonna give out, and the harvest moon will rise broken and pale. But like a million worthless acres of Oklahoma farmland, you're gonna find me right here after the soil fails. Yes, you're gonna find me here after the soil fails. You. All right. That seems like as good a way as any to get a show like this started. I'm starting to feel a little bit weird doing shows here on the porch here in North Carolina. But it's the only way we can get together these days. So I'm happy to do it. I'm going to be here for you as long as this bullshit lasts. All right. You want something ugly or something beautiful? Something sentimental and nice, maybe? No? You're not feeling it? You want something ugly? All right, well, let's see what we can do. I know. This is a song about Mr. Jack Ruby. This is a song about hope. If you know who Jack Ruby is, you'll know what I mean when I say next year is going to be better. I'm gonna burn. Cause see, Jack Ruby is gonna make everything all right. He's gonna solve our problems for us. Just like he did in 1963. I'm gonna burn like a sweatshop fire. I'm climbing up into the rafters. I'm gonna clip that angel's wire. I'm gonna lock the factory doors and let them sweep the ashes away. If you was holding out for the union to save you, well, I guess you just turned up on a bad day. 'Cause this time I'm gonna burn like a sweatshop fire. And I'm getting drunk like Ulysses S. Grant. I'm going down to Antietam with a quart of bourbon in my hand. Well, I'm gonna kick the shit out of Vicksburg and strip the silver from that dime. You'd better hope that the Confederacy come to its senses before I start drinking, because this time I'm gonna get fucked up like Ulysses S. Grant. And I'm caving in like a Pittsburgh mine, just as black as a Tuesday in 1929. Well, don't you know I'm gonna shake it like I was from Memphis, Tennessee. And when the timber started rattling, the walls come down. There ain't no Tupelo midnight, got nothing on me. Well, this time I'm caving in like a Pittsburgh mine. And just as sure as Jack Ruby's gonna set things right, well, there's always daybreak at the edge of night. And this time I'm gonna burn like a sweatshop fire. All right. And I'm blown in the last blizzard of the year. I'm giving up on the church like I was never even here. Well, I'm gonna sink down in the springtime and burn out the roots like a frost. Yeah, I'm gonna sink down in the springtime and burn out the roots like a frost. Well, I'm gonna leave the county at the mercy of the salt trucks. This heart is as black as any union boss. I'm gonna sink down like a frost. I'm gonna burn out the roots. And just as sure as Jack Ruby's gonna set things right, well, there's always daybreak at the edge of night. And this time I'm gonna burn like sweatshop fire. I'm gonna burn like a 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 sweatshop fire. Everyone, I'm gonna burn like a sweatshop fire. I'm gonna burn like a sweatshop fire. I'm gonna burn like a sweatshop fire. All right. Everything's sounding okay, looking okay. I've been kind of working on my technical setup here. I got new microphone up here, new camera down there. I think I fixed the autofocus thing that was causing me trouble for weeks. Let me know if that's still happening. Because I know it can cause a little seasickness from the people at home. Well, you know, this is a very weird time here in America. I mean, times are always weird here in America, but these are like especially weird. We got some like crazy people doing crazy things out on the streets, and the main thing I'm sort of concerned about is losers admitting that they're losers. You know, in America there's a whole thing. It's called the lost cause. It's about like, even when you lose, you never give up and you keep fighting. And I think that's a bad instinct. We're living through a really extreme version of that right now. So here's a song for all the losers out there who just keep clinging to it and just keep kicking no matter how bad things get and no matter how obvious it is. This is a song about Sonny Liston, the The guy who Muhammad Ali knocked out to become the champion. Because there was a photograph. You've probably seen it. If you ever look at old Sports Illustrated magazines from the 60s of Muhammad Ali standing over the prone body of this tree trunk of a man. And that was the unbeatable Sonny Liston. But Muhammad Ali knocked him flat. It's a picture of defeat. It's also a painting that I see all the time of the noble Robert E. Lee surrendering to Ulysses S. Grant in 1865. Every 100 years, there's a loser. This is Appomattox Courthouse. April 1865. The last Confederate holdout to keep a hopeless dream alive. To trade the true heart of Virginia, the grace of Robert E. Lee, to that drunken Union bastard. It would have been too much for me. So cut to 1965. Here come a young Cassius Clay, a sane man would have known better than to step into that fray. But everybody's seen that photo, and we can't forget the day Sonny Liston hit the canvas. I can't believe it went that way. Hey! So, if you're looking for a loser, you need only look to me. I got that wrong. If you're looking for a loser, another heart that's gone astray, just another worn-out fighter that don't know when to walk away. If you're looking for a loser, you need only look to me. I'm Sonny Liston. I am Robert E. Lee. I'm Sonny Liston. I am Robert E. Lee. That's about the great American tradition of losers refusing to concede. I've had about enough of that shit for one lifetime, I gotta tell you. So, here is to losers being losers. All right. I think I should do something a little bit less, you know, waltzy. Something a little less. Rock and roll music. You guys want rock and roll music, right? Here's a song about the assassination of John F. Kennedy. I hope you're enjoying the show so far. I like doing these shows for you. I mean, I know that we're like stuck here on this little black box that we're looking at, but you know, it's the closest we can get. And you know, when times get hard and you need a banjo player to see you through, I'm gonna be here for you. Come here every Tuesday and you'll find me. This song is called No Soap Radio. That's 3 words. No Soap Radio. It's the punchline to a joke, but nobody knows what the joke is about. Another bullshit story about what happened in '63. How come it's always Texas when there's a murder on TV? Well, you know that you're in Texas, cause there's a murder on the TV screen. Well, don't you know you get that signal everywhere you go? From New York City to Mexico. No soap radio. Oh, no soap radio. Another bloodsick maniac out on a campaign trail, like mercury in the water after the revolution fails. Yeah, there's a shadow on your doorstep after the revolution fails. Well, don't you know you get that signal everywhere you go? From New York City to Mexico. Oh, no soap radio. Oh, no soap radio. No soap radio. No soap radio. No soap radio. All right. Hey. My days are numbered. Well, I can feel my heart expand. I know the venom is in my blood, about a mark upon my hand. I get a venom in my blood and a mark upon my hand. I get a venom in my blood and a mark upon my hand. I get a venom in my blood and a mark upon my hand. Well, don't you know you get that signal everywhere you go? From New York City to Mexico. Oh, no soap radio. Oh, no soap radio. I said no soap radio. Woo! No soap radio. All right, no soap radio. North Summer Radio. Woo! North Summer Radio. Alright, North Summer Radio. North Summer Radio. I said North Summer Radio. I said North Summer Radio. Well, that one's pretty hard to do without the band. Let me know how you think it went. I'm a little concerned that maybe that didn't rock as hard as I thought it did. I am, after all, sitting alone on my porch in North Carolina. Let me know where you're watching from. I know we had a bunch of people from the United Kingdom tuned in earlier today for the first set. Even a couple of people from Holland. So I hope we got people from all over the place. Maybe the West Coast. I mean, anybody from Portland or Seattle or San Francisco or anything like that? Let me know. I want to know who's here. I'm tracking you. I'm taking in a lot of data, so please, put your bank account in the comment section there so I can do what needs to be done. I'm just told that Brazil and Australia are watching right now. That's absolutely fantastic. All right. You want to hear a song about what happens to a horse when it gets bit by a rattlesnake? I knew you would like that. I knew you would like that. This is my dad's favorite song because this is a true story. My dad lives out in New Mexico, and horses getting bit by a rattlesnake is kind of like the equivalent of like a Ford F-150 blowing a flat tire here in North Carolina. I want to make sure I'm in tune for this one. All right, here we go. This song's in the key of F sharp minor if you feel like dancing. And I know you do. It's the third week in August when they leave their skins behind. Well, this time of year all the rattlesnakes are striking blind. But that horse reared back, he got one good kick. He's a staggering against his own weight. If you put up a fight, all your blood start to circulate. And it moved through those veins like a gas through a hose. Well, don't you know that just ain't the same horse that he knows? Well, his eyes rolled back in his head and his legs swelled up like a root. Alright, I get a beat on that old horse before you shoot. Down by the Ocotillo, where the yuccas grow tall. Well, deep in the shadows, it's cool and it's dry, and that's where the poison always crawls. De-yodelay, yodelay, de-yodelay, yodelay, de-yodelay, de-yodeloo, de-yodelay, de-yodelay, de-yodelay. They tied him up to the split rail, and they wait for the sun to go down. Well, there ain't no point in us getting up early. This time tomorrow he'll be gone. And there's a slow wind in the desert, and these clouds always look the same. Well, it's only dry lightning. Don't you know there's never no rain? Don't you know there's never no rain? Oh, don't you know there's never no rain out here anymore? Well, there's never no rain. All right, so there you have it. A cold, clinical description of what happens to a horse when it gets bit by a rattlesnake with no poetic license. That's exactly what it feels like. What am I going to do now? I know I have time for a handful of more tunes here. Listen, like I say, I'm going to be here every Tuesday. It's called Two Set Tuesday. I do one set at 7 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time for all of my UK and European friends. And I do one set at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, which is New York time, for my American friends on the East Coast and the West Coast. And, I mean, if you're watching from Australia, I'm not sure where you fit into the scheme of things, but it might be like 3 in the morning there. I'm not really sure. What's that?
It's about noon there.
It's about noon. Okay, so lunch in Australia. Let's all have lunch Australian style. All right. This is my only job for the moment, weirdly. So, I love singing for you. If you happen to be working, go down to the description of the event here, or maybe in the first comments or something, and you can make a donation to my virtual tip jar at PayPal or Venmo, and the handle is Curtis Eller Music. Or if you really want to do some good, keeping the lights on around this place, contribute to my Patreon page. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's like a monthly thing. You can kick in $2 a month or $5 a month, and you get exclusive videos and songs and stuff like that. It's kind of like, think of me as National Public Radio, you know? Maybe you get a tote bag one of these days. What song should I do? You got a request, Jamie? My wife Jamie is here. Do you want to come and say hi? Just stick your head in. There she is. Say hi. See? That's proof that I'm not totally insane and just doing this alone to my phone. Boy, I'm out of tune though. There's the culprit. My grandma's watching. Hi, Grandbam. Thanks for watching. I hope you're doing okay in Michigan. Alright. I'm going to sing a song about, since we're on the subject of horses, that was a bad thing that happens to horses, but here's the thing. There's always sugar for the horses. That's wrong. What's wrong? Why am I doing this wrong? Well, last I heard a boss tweet, they had him locked down in the tombs. Tammany Hall has finally lost its bloom. and now he's just another millionaire in chains breaking stone. You should have heard that knocked out jailbird moan. But it's years since he's heard the angels singing. Well, we long to hear those heavenly voices. Oh, but when the last chorus has grown silent, oh, there's always sugar for the horses. Always sugar for the horses. When there's no one left to sing, and if it ain't the sweetest harmony you've ever heard, well, there's always sugar for the horses. You know they're dropping atom bombs outside of Vegas in the sand. You can watch it while you listen to the band. And they've even got Elvis Presley chained up like a dog, amphetamines to keep him in a fog. And you can plan on getting drunk every morning. If we don't want to sober up, who's gonna force us? But even if the Volstead Act hits Nevada, there's always sugar for the horses. Always sugar for the horses. When you're sober as a stone, and if the bourbon isn't sweet enough to suit you, well, there's always sugar for the horses. Lets out and they pull back the pews. I can't believe what's buried underneath our shoes. You know they're holding church service where the dog fights used to be. I don't care if New York sinks into the sea, because no one's hearing wedding bells ringing. It's just another year of funerals and divorces. But when there's coronation, well, there's always sugar for the horses. Always sugar for the horses. When you're standing all alone, and even if your sweetheart up and leaves you, well, there's always sugar for the horses. Yeah, there's always sugar, brother. Very nearly remembered all those words. There was something in there about, I don't know, divorces. I think I got it wrong. All right. I hope you're all enjoying the show so far. I'm really liking this 2-set Tuesday thing, because I get to do like 2 completely different sets, and I have to, it's like a memory game. Like, what did I sing last time? Oh, hey, here's Alfie. Alfie, come here. I'm gonna come get this cat. Ponyo was in the first set. This is his brother, Alfie. Everybody say hi to Alfie. He does not want to be doing this. Say hi to the people, Alfie. All right, and away you go. All right. Okay.
Aaron in New York City says pay the band.
Aaron in New York City. Wow.
Carrie's sister.
Hey. Somebody wants to hear a song called Pay the Band. So this song is called Pay the Band, and the sort of subtext to the lyrics is that you should pay the band. So please, kick into my tip jar if you're able, or the Patreon, or get yourself some stylish vinyl records. Illustrated lyric books. And this is important. We got the American Circus face masks. Safety first, because I know we're going into a pretty hard winter. It didn't have to be this way. So you needed your face mask to be safe, and you're going to want to layer up to stay warm outside, because you don't want to be inside. I've got your health in mind here. Because when times get hard, everybody looks to the banjo player. Boy. Nobody looks to the banjo player when they want to hear the banjo in tune, though, do they? Alright. I wasn't planning on doing this one, so I hope you're happy. If you're looking for a heart that's true, you come to the right place. I can get one for you. And if you're feeling all alone and blue, I can make that cruel sun shine down on you too. But if it's blood that you need, there's just one thing that'll make this poor heart bleed. I ain't talking about love, although that's nice too. If you think love is all that you need, you must be confused. The only gun that I know that can truly kill. Come on, sister, give me that goddamn greenback dollar bill. Well, it might sound ugly and it may seem cruel. Oh, money make the engine turn when there ain't no fuel. Like morphine on frontline, it'll nullify the pain. Oh, there's a special something Elvis has that drives the girls insane. The way that Bridget Bardot knocks them out with just a passing glance. If you can pay the band, you can watch the people dance. Don't you know you got to pay the band if you want to watch those losers dance? I can think of one loser, and I do not want to see him dance. I pay the band if you want to watch those losers dance. Jump behind the wheel. Everybody loves a wealthy man and a Cadillac automobile. An intoxicated man, a feeling truly free. Every day is the 5th of December 1933. All the roads are open, even the cops let you slide. These American hearts come equipped with a smoother ride. Well, you can walk around like Henry Ford on the banks of the River Rouge. Tell the workers how they're gonna live, and you know that they can't can't refuse. Well, you can bust the union if you got a little bit of money in your pants. If you can pay the band, you can watch the people dance. Like morphine on frontline, it'll nullify the pain. Oh, there's a special something Elvis has that drives the girls insane. The way that Bridget Bardot knocks them out with just a passing glance. If you can pay the band, you can watch the people dance. Don't you know you got to pay the band if you watch those losers dance? Well, everybody, clap your hands. Hey, you losers, where we come here to watch you dance. You. All right, that did not go smooth as I hoped it would. Well, you can't win them all. Get it? You can't win them all. I think there's some people in the United States of America who need to take on board and make it part of their calcium in their bones that you don't win them all. Sometimes you lose, and you don't be a fucking asshole about it. You just say, well fought, and you move on with it. I'm tired of this crap. Alright. I feel like I've been a little bit cranky tonight. Have I been a little bit cranky tonight? I mean, who can blame us, you know? Where are we? I think I got time for one or two more songs here, right? I think, yeah? Alright. Alright. Everybody always asks for this one, so I'll do it. I'll get more requests for this than anything. Listen, I'm thinking about doing a little something with the format here. I'm thinking about maybe inviting guests to pop in and do like a song in the middle of the set, like someone that I think is a cool songwriter or jugglers or whoever. Would you like that? Would you like to see something besides my ugly mug for, 5 minutes of the set? Let me know. And let me know if you got any requests for who that might be. I know lots of musicians all over the world. I know lots of performers. I'd love to maybe expand this thing a little bit, because I think with winter coming, we're going to be here for a little while. And I really want to make the most of our time together until we can be in the same room together. So, here's a song about Abraham Lincoln and Elvis Presley. The song is in the key of G minor if you feel like dancing. And I know you do. I know you do. I know you like dancing. This song is called When I'm Gone, I Want Some Sugar in My Coffin. I actually sort of ripped this song off because I was listening to a song by somebody, I don't remember, like Van Morrison or something like that, when I was like driving around, and he had a line in the song that was like, I like a little sugar in my coffee, and I thought that he said, I like a little sugar in my coffin, and I was like, that's the greatest line I've ever heard in my life. And so I said, man, I wish I had written that. And then I read the lyrics to whatever song this was. I don't even remember anymore. And it was coffee. So I was like, all the roads are open. Even the cops let you slide. So I stole it. It's a combination of like a lack of originality and poor hearing. They're pouring water in whiskey, just to keep the boys in line. You ain't busting up my place like you did last time. The drinks are getting weaker with every round they serve. The way they keep us sober, man, it's getting on my nerves. So when I'm dead and gone, I want some sugar in my coffin. Yeah, if I've really gotta go, I want some sugar in my coffin. Well, there ain't no Elvis Presley from the waist down, or else I ain't learned nothing from TV. He's shaking like an animal. Point that camera where I said we need this white boy going crazy like a hole in the head. So when I'm dead and gone, I want some sugar in my coffin. Yeah, if I really gotta go, I want some sugar in my coffin. Well, I want sugar in my coffin. I won't cut the bitter taste, but they hide it in your money, and there's cameras every place. I've been living with it just about as long as I can face. So if I've gotta go, I want some sugar in my coffin. That's right, I want some sugar down in my coffin. All right. Yesterday, has President Lincoln lost his mind? Well, they caught him in the graveyard, digging in the mud. That's the fighter of our nation with a sickness in his blood. So won't you listen to me, mister? I want some sugar down in my coffin. You know, I'm not getting it while I'm alive, so I want some sugar in my coffin. Well, I want sugar in my coffin. I want to cut the bitter taste, but the president's a liar. The country's fallen in disgrace. I wrote that line a long time ago, and I thought it might be fleeting, but it just seems to keep being true, and it's bumming me out. Well, I want sugar in my coffin. I want to cut the bitter taste, but the president's a liar. The country's fallen in disgrace. If they're ever coming clean, they ain't got no time to waste. So if I've gotta go, I want some sugar in my coffin. That's right, I want some sugar in my coffin. Well, I'm not getting it while I'm alive, so I want some sugar, mister. 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 I want some sugar in my coffin. All right, there we go. So next week at 7 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, meet me right here. And then again at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, meet me right here. I'm gonna do one more song for you to send you out with something nice. Something happening over here that I need to know I did Lenny Bruce last week, but I'll get to all of these again and again. Next week, I'm planning on doing Joe Louis. Kind of have to build up to that one. People have been asking about that. Seriously, if you're having a rough time out there, as I know a lot of you are, please come here. Because it's my job as a banjo player to look after you. Have I ever let you down? Have I ever let you down? I didn't think so. I mean, maybe a couple of times. This is free for everybody. If you happen to be working, like I say, please kick into the tip jar. My Patreon page is going strong. I've got a lot of new supporters this week. Couple of people in my band, Joe Bass and Stacy Wolfson, and then some other people, Dawn Lythe Doherty, and a drummer who I don't really know, Brian Geltner. They got together and they did a very radical new version of one of my old songs called Won't You Come Back to the Movies, Buster Keaton. And that's an exclusive recording that's up on my my Patreon page now. And I would love it if you'd all check that out. It's cheap. Keeps the lights on around here. So to send you home, I'm going to do my version of my old song, Come Back to the Movies, Buster Keaton. We could use a little bit of that stuff right now, I think. Well, since they started in with the talkies, you can't get a moment's peace. But they're talking just to hear their own voices. Well, at least that's what it seems like. But I'm not tired enough to admit that I've been beaten. So won't you come back to the movies, Buster Keaton? You know it barely took a decade for those negatives to decay. But what the hell, man, there was nitrate in the film stock from those days. I guess that's the problem, but I'm not tired enough to admit that I've been beaten. So won't you come back to the movies, Buster Keaton? Well, I wish that I was Buster Keaton when they took it all away. Getting drunk every night on Irish whiskey. Oh, maybe Fatty Arbuckle. When the headlines finally declare, well, I guess that it's just a mystery. But I'm not gonna be like Charlie Chaplin, jumping on the first boat and sail away before they have a chance to miss me. No, I I'm staying here in New York City. I don't care how bad it gets. You know they keep on shooting pictures, but they're worthless and they're sad, and they never will make up for the silence that we had, and now we're stuck with it. And the kids are watching TV while they're eating. So won't you come back to the movies, Buster Keaton? Won't you come back to the movies, Buster Keaton? Won't you come back to the movies, Buster Keaton? Everybody all together now. Won't you come back to the movies, Buster Keaton? When we're singing that in this day and age, what we're really calling out for is for things to go back to something like normal, something decent, something nice, something sentimental that we can all wrap our arms around. So all together now, let's sing it. Let's bring this shit back in order. Won't you come back to the movies, Buster Keaton? Oh, that was beautiful. Won't you come back to the movies, Buster Keaton? All right, now just me one time. Won't you come back? Come back to the movies. All right. You sounded lovely. And it's been really nice to spend a little time with you here. I hope, you're keeping your family safe. I hope you're making ends meet. I hope that things are, going your way a little bit. Because these are hard times, but let's be honest, people have had it much worse. So, I will see you every Tuesday for Two Set Tuesday. 7 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'll be your banjo player. You'll be my people. I'll see you next week. Wah!